Hey guys, good evening. Live again on this YouTube channel every night. Every night I go live on this channel, usually sometimes between 7 p.m. and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in the US, but it could be anytime. So if you're subscribed and if you hit the bell notification, I welcome you to join. Leave a live chat comment. I read it real time, like my guy Chad says, "Word, Chad. Good to see you." And Chad's saying word because the structured topic tonight is money grows on trees. Each night, I do pick a structured topic that I kind of center the conversation around, but the conversation can go anywhere because people join a live chat. People have all different life experiences. Some people are going through a divorce. Some people are going through a hard physical time in their life. Some people are happy and skipping around. Some people are living in their car. Some people are watching this from the inside of their house on the Roku TV. Some people are very disturbed and they come in here with fake profile pictures and they try to rile me up. There is many different people in this world with many different mindsets. I have found that most people are good and decent, but the few that are bad are very bad. But I've learned to try to stay mature, to try to push forward, because you're never going to convert negative people. Don't waste your pearls on pigs. Don't spend your entire life trying to save someone that doesn't want to be saved. Don't spend your entire life throwing your pearls to pigs. Don't spend your life trying to save a sibling that doesn't want your help. Don't spend your life trying to encourage someone that wants to be negative. Should you pray for them? Yes. Should you help when you maybe see an opportunity? Yes. But you have to understand, everyone has to decide in life that they want to be a certain type of person. And some people are hardwired maybe to be a bad person. I don't know. I mean, I can't, there's some mystery of life, but look, there's bad character out there. And even a mental disability is not a valid excuse for being a bad person. Okay. It's not. Because some people are so clever, so clever. They know how to game the system. They know how to make money. They know how to promote themselves. They know how to cry when they need to cry. They know all the integral emotional strings to pull on people, but they got a mental disability. And then look, maybe they do have a mental disability, but there's also some people with a mental disability that have corrupt character. That's what I've learned. Now, that's what I've really learned. You know, I can go on about so many different things about that, and we're going to get into the structure topic. Let me acknowledge people. Scott, what's up, Scott? Good to see you, Scott. Chad, smiling with a grin. Good, praise the Lord. As you do that, let me get my Vaseline out to lube up my lips and my nostrils. Petroleum jelly on the lips and baby powder on your inner thighs. I know some people don't believe in baby powder because it may cause cancer, and that's true. But be careful out there. Love and respect. Zakia. Oh, Alaska's in the building. Happy Saturday, Sam. Happy Saturday to you. Is it Saturday in Alaska? I feel like it's a different day in Alaska. Like it's not even, what time is it right now in Alaska? And is it Friday, Saturday, Sunday? Tony. Hey Sam, how you been? Overall, I feel good. Every day is a little bit of a battle to try to keep yourself up. But overall, I mean, it's a Saturday. So that is truly the only day that people have off for the majority of people who work. Because through Monday through Friday, Friday you have off, but only at the end of the day. And Sunday you're thinking about Monday. Saturday is the only true legit day off. The other thing, in addition to UBI, in addition to universal basic income, I will push for is no longer than 4-day work weeks. That's it. And not 10 hours for 4 days, 8 hours per day for 4 days a week. That's max. Okay. And if you agree with that, hit the thumbs up on the video. Joshua, hello. Melanie, hey Sam, hello. Gleno. Some people are living in a tour bus drinking. Some are. That's possible. Tony, laughing. Glenn, I'm at that. Glenn's laughing good. Tough. Checking in from Tampa. Good to see you, brother. Got a kayak this month. Good. Part of my self-care routine. Self-care is huge, man. I was thinking about that today. Self-care Saturday. What was my self-care today? One is waking up by 7. I still woke up by 7. I got 8 hours of sleep. Or 7 hours, I think I got. But I woke up by 7 a.m. That's step one is self-care. Wake up on time. Wake up early, even when you don't have to. I did laundry. I did a workout. Washed my sheets. I'm going to sleep like a baby. And I went for a long walk. That's part of self-care. Cheesy. Oh, Cheesy got a blanked out profile now. He got rid of the big girl. Hey, Sam, I deleted my vids because there was some sick, crazy stalker. Well, get used to the 10%, and they'll probably blame it on mental disability, but love and respect to all those with mental disability. Uh, there was some sick, crazy stalker trashing you in the comments on my vids. Yeah, they don't like universal basic income. They probably voted for Trump. It was sick. His name was Jonathan. Who knows? He was making threats too. Be careful, man. Yeah, hey, look, if you come after somebody, you have to realize it's a 50-50 shot. Because, no one's tough. Anyone can be beaten. But you just have to understand that, if you ever attack somebody, it's 50-50. There's no guarantee that anyone will win. You may win, you may lose. And I don't promote violence. I think everyone should be peaceful, but just always understand that, Gilbert. Evening, everyone. Sammy, good to see you. You are right. Cast not your pearls before swine. Yeah, you don't want to try to convince that guy Jonathan. He's on a whole nother level. Tony, Cheesy, what are you serious? What the F is wrong with people? Gleno, baby powder on a family jewels. Gotta be careful on the inner workings, though. Zakia, you are 4 hours behind. It's 10 p.m. here now. Okay, that's good to know. Thank you, Zakia. Jacob, hey, Sam, how are you doing tonight? Overall, I feel good. I feel thankful. And I'm pushing forward, staying positive, making the most of my life as best I can. Cheesy, also making threats. Totally sicko. They're out there. They're still going to get universal basic income too. That's all right. Tony, Gilbert, how are you doing, NYC? It's raining. It's butt off. Murad, hey man, how's it going? I took your advice and I'm much happier now. Well, praise the Lord. I'm happy to hear that. I stopped trying to do what others wanted me to do. Well, that's step one. Parents, uncles, aunts, and cousins and siblings. Thank you. Well, thank you. And remember, there's no one answer in life, but many times people just stay in their family or stay around family members or friends strictly for financial reasons. They want the inheritance. They want the help, and we all need help. I've needed help, but shame on any parent, shame on anybody who holds money over your head. That's a manipulator. That's a controller. And money grows on trees, but the only people that control the tree that money grows on is the government. And the government doesn't control it either. It's pretty much a private corporation setup called the Federal Reserve. That's controlled by some of the big players in the world. Some people say work hard. Working hard is the way to get ahead. It's true for most people. That's your only option. But money doesn't come from hard work. Money comes on a printed press based on the Federal Reserve's guidance. And the Federal Reserve is controlled by some of the most elite powerful that want to structure society on a reward system with paper money to incentivize people to do certain things. They want to structure society. And there's nothing wrong with that per se, because if we didn't use that, then maybe there would be no structure and there would just be people living off the land. There wouldn't be modern amenities. So I get the need for printing money. I get the need for a reward system. But I also get the need for understanding the system and not being manipulated or deceived on what money really comes from. Money comes from a printed press, and not even run by the government necessarily, run mainly by the Federal Reserve, and look them up. That is basically almost structured like a private corporation. Okay. So a lot of times you hear work hard and you get ahead, work hard, work hard. That's the mantra. And that's because you need to play that mantra. Work hard. And they keep that carrot in front of you. But the people who are telling you to do that, they want you to play the game of Monopoly, because they're setting up the board, and people love Monopoly. Monopoly was a board game in America that basically showed a capitalist structure, except you got $200 extra every time you pass go, and you got free parking. That was a little bit of socialism. Just enough in there to make you, keep playing the game. But money does not come from hard work. Hard work is one way that you may be able to get it. But money comes from people who decide to print it. We are, as a country, $21 trillion in debt. We will never pay $21 trillion back. Never. And we don't care, and we shouldn't. Because it's all a shell game. $21 trillion in debt. And we just went more in debt to give corporations tax cuts. So why would we not go more in debt to give universal basic income or universal health care? Let's just keep going in debt until the entire thing falls. It doesn't matter. But somehow people think like, one, it doesn't matter what, even if you were conservative or liberal, we're never paying back that debt. That debt will never get paid back. And even if we paid it back, we print money. There's no such thing as like, actually like, there's a real equation of if we pay back debt, now we have a savings account. It's not true. It's just all a game. It's all a monopoly game set up by the Federal Reserve, which is structured like a private corporation, which has some of the elite people controlling the world. Now, some of that's good because, again, you need some structure in society. You can't just have everyone riding cowboys in Wild Wild West, even though there's some parts of the country that are still like that. And shout out to Okeechobee, Florida. There's some areas like that a little bit. But you need a little bit of structure, but you have to always know where it comes from. And you have to be careful when people say, oh, we're going too far in debt, or when they say we don't have the money to do this or that. You got the money. All you got to do is print more. We've already printed more than $21 trillion to do whatever we wanted to. Why couldn't we print more? It's the persuasion. You just have to persuade enough people. Everything in life is the sales pitch. Everything. From a job interview to a date, you dating the opposite sex, sales pitch. Everything in life, how much can you sell? And so don't become disillusioned in life because life is a game. Life is the matrix. But also know some of the inner workings of how the system turns. It's not some upright, everything is balanced and equal system. No system, doesn't matter. Capitalist, socialist, whatever ist. Every system is structured by certain people with imbalances, with inequities, inequalities. Way it is. We try to find a system that has the most equalities. But we were told for many years as children growing up that money doesn't grow on trees. But the truth is money does grow on trees. And powerful people decide how much more we grow. And Dave Ramsey also often goes into a rant that, oh, you're not the government, don't spend like it. The government can spend as much as they want. They print money. And Dave Ramsey makes money off the back of poor people, even though he's got a good message. If it wasn't for poor people, and if it wasn't for a capitalist society that prints money, Dave Ramsey would be out of business. He would have never been in business. If everyone does what Dave Ramsey said to do, the system would collapse. But yet he doesn't preach against capitalism. He loves capitalism. But his message is anti-capitalism. If everyone paid for cash and no one took out debt, America would crash. And he's a hypocrite. So you either have to be against capitalism, a socialist, or you have to stop preaching that message. But he wants to be a capitalist and he wants to tell people to get out of debt. Why? Because that's the way he makes his millions. He's another elite. Another elite person that even though his message is good, it helped me a little bit. I believe in the message of live below your means, but his purest message of pay everything cash, take no debt, that is not capitalism. That's not. And this capitalism would fall if everyone did that. And he wouldn't be a millionaire. His children wouldn't be millionaires. Talk about nepotism. Look at Dave Ramsey's family. Talk about nepotism. Look at Donald Trump's family. Nepotism. Now, truth be told, I got into electrical union. Why? My father was in there. Part of it's who you know. Now, I believe if you know God, yes, if you're in tune with a certain philosophy and way of being and you're an upright person, I believe that's the most important part. But part of it too is knowing people. Hard work. Sometimes I used to kind of buy into that mantra, and I believe it. I work hard, so I don't want to hear anything. I've never collected any type of government assistance. I've always worked for my money, always have, always will. I got help along the way. But what I could tell you is just be mindful. Don't become cynical, but be mindful of this game, of this printed money, carrot in front of you game, and get off the rat race. Thank God for America. Thank God for every other country. South Korea, every country, even Alaska, even though they're America. We love you, Zacchaeus. The only way you really can print your own money, and you can't, but is live a simple life. I'm not saying you should live out of your car like me, but I'm saying you should realize it's a fucking game out there. It's a game. It's not a hard work. And look, that helps. You got to work hard. That's how I do. There's no other way. But what I'm trying to tell you is a game. It's all an illusion. Get off the rat race. Build your own life as best you can. Play the game. You got to play the game. But don't get caught up in this thing like, you pull yourself up. But, it's all BS. It's all a mantra. Work, study, get certificates, keep a positive attitude, respect your coworkers. That's what I do. I'm preaching what I do. But what I'm trying to tell you, in the back of your mind, just know it's all a game. And the only way you kind of win a rigged system, because that's what it is. Not rigged against the wealthiest person ever to become president. Not that. That's what we got now. It's rigged against the people who can never grow money on trees. And so you still have opportunity. You still have blessing. There's a reason why people come to America. There's a reason. And there's other successful countries too. I mean, we got to get off that kick too. There's other countries that are doing pretty good. So please, as we start to learn more. See, many times you're sheltered and you're just taught one thing and you feed into your mind. And before you know it, you preach this gospel. You have to realize the whole other world out there. America has 350 million people. China, like 1.3 billion. India, 1.3 billion. There's plenty of, I think America's population, I don't know what it is, somebody Google it, it's only like 5% of the world. Just like sometimes people in New York think like no other states exist other than New York City. Just like, so then like a lot of people in the southern states or in the middle states, they say, yeah, all the New York people think they know it all. But then all the people that live down south or in the middle states or whatever, they think that there's no other place other than America. There's a whole world out there. Whole world. And you can be from America, love America, but still understand that. And the whole world is kind of run on this system. Now, the systems that aren't run on this, that do a barter, everything has an equal value in gold or whatever, they don't grow as much because debt allows you to grow. $21 trillion in debt, it allows you to print money and just grow your society because you can put more carrots out there. You can put more carrots out in front of the people and make the people work harder. The harder you make the people work, the more temples that are built. Whatever the temple is, a Starbucks, a hospital, and some things are good. The hospitals are good, Starbucks are good, but you don't understand what I'm saying. And that's kind of my spiel. I don't like to talk about money too much, but it's an important part of life. It's the second most thing that stresses people at night. The number one thing that stresses people at night is relationships, like that crazy stalker that Cheesy McStuffin made him change his profile picture. The next is money. But I often think about the movie Scarface, when Tony Montana was making a lot of money, and then he took his girlfriend out, and his girlfriend said, look, you guys got to keep talking about money. I'm tired of hearing about that. It's so boring. Why do you always talk about money? You don't want to always talk about money. But I'm on a creative wave, and I was researching it. I wanted to talk about it. I wanted to share about it. And then we move forward. And now we go to live comments. Love and respect. Gilbert, what's up, man? Hope everyone's doing good. Love and respect. Jacob. Money is made of paper, so true. And of trees, yep. So yes, you're right, Sam. There you go, yes. And even digital, when you look online and you see your bank account, all it is ones and zeros. It's a computer software system that represents, however much paper money you have allocated to an account, Brendan. 1 second, Brendan. Brendan, I'm 24. You're right. I waste so much time and energy on people who don't appreciate my time. Get rid of them. Learn your lesson early. Loving the wrong people becomes a habit. That's true. Good point. Those are my friends. These are my friends. Well, be careful because I send you out as sheep amongst the wolves. We're going to probably do about that tomorrow. We're going to talk about that tomorrow. You're pretty much surrounded by wolves most of your life. Okay. Now, there's a lot of sheep out there. I think the majority of people are good people. They're sheep. But the 10% wolves, when they attack, they're vicious and they're hurtful and they're real. Okay. And so what I could tell you is, though, you can't live your life scared of the wolves. Why? Because then you got no life. This life is already shit. The last thing you want to do is run around with your tail between your legs with the wolves. Now, I'm not saying you should fight wolves. I'm saying call the authorities if you ever get in trouble, but get the hell away from the wolves. You understand what I'm saying? Get away from them. Don't throw your pearls to pigs, and definitely don't throw your pearls to no wolves, because they're there to kill and destroy. Total disaster. All right? Thumbs up the video if you like it, guys. I'm thumbs up right now. Why? Because I'm encouraging myself, and I'm going to share it right now. Lifetime. Good job. Where's that go? Facebook. Post. Zakia, I'm at home today. No boss man. No data entry. You're watching free porn, cheese, chocolate, and watching Hallmark movies. No boss man to pull me away from my desk laughing good. I'm happy for you. Work hard. You deserve it. I will be able to watch this whole video live today. Zakia, you've been a supportive blessing of a person, and I hope all your dreams come true. I had a friend, it was her birthday today, and I said that to her. I left a comment on her Facebook page. I don't know if she read it, but she'll read it. What I can tell you is this. For all good people, I hope all your dreams come true. And I sincerely mean it. Will they? Look, some of your dreams may die in this world, but I pray, and I sincerely mean it. I hope all your dreams come true. That's what I feel. And I love you, Zakia, and I appreciate you. J3M51. You create reality. Somewhat you do, but if you have a heart attack, if you fall, or if you get hurt, or if you go through a bad part in life, you're going to say, I didn't create this, and reality sucks. Now, sometimes our decisions, sometimes our pain is self-inflicted. I've done that. Now, to some extent, though, again, I want to acknowledge your comment as wisdom. I mean, I think you can, through your decisions, make a better life. I have. I mean, it was through my decisions and the grace of God and some things falling my way that I was able to get to Florida. That improved my reality. Last year, look at my 1,000+ videos on my channel. Look at my Nomad playlist, where last year I was sitting in my car in the winter with snow piled around me this time of year. Now I'm sitting by palm trees in 70-degree weather at night. And so I've created my reality through the grace of God. I believe in the grace of God, through some good breaks and through hard work and through decisions. And taking things in steps and pushing forward and taking life one day at a time and getting rid of negative people. Yep, good job, Jacob. Quick question. How do you store your clothes and things without blocking your seats or things? Well, I keep both of my back seats down all the time, and even now I've kept all my front seat, my passenger front seat all the way forward. I have one duffel bag, one. It's right behind my seat here, and I only have a few t-shirts and shorts. And I was just looking, I threw out a couple things today in the laundromat, some like long sleeve stuff. I only have like a couple long sleeve things when I'll go back to visit my mom a couple times in New Jersey. But other than that, I don't live by much. I don't have no underwear. I got a couple pairs of socks, couple pairs of shorts, couple pairs of shirts. Especially now that I can work remote, I don't have to have anything like to get dressed up to go to the office unless there's a special occasion. I'll just go and I'll buy something. So what I could tell you is I don't have much. I don't need much, and I'm happier. I'm happier at less. It takes a long time though to get there. It's going to take some painful decisions in throwing out things you acquired. The most painful decision you will make in downsizing is throwing out something that has a tag on it. Throwing out something that's brand new, it's perfectly good. Don't sell it. Don't give it away. Just throw it out. Why? Because that's the only thing that's going to make you go forward in a decent amount of time. Good job. Woo, Sam. You got to check out Dave Second D's Need Roast video on Hobo Alley. It's so funny. Okay, I'll take a look. I don't know who that is. And I'm not really too big into roast. You know what I'm saying? But love and respect. Thank you, though. I'll check that out. Previn. Hello from South Africa. Love and respect to South Africa. Thank you, Previn. I hope I said the name right. J3M51. Money is plants. Pretty true. J3M51. Plants don't define logic. Well, I don't know if I can fully reply like that's why, so I just say, okay. Gilbert, Tony Gilbert, doing great, good. Haven't been outside taking care of the inside right now. Have to stay on course. Stay on course, but every day you got to get outside. You got to get some fresh air. What do we need to survive? We need sunlight. We need oxygen. We need water. Those are the primal things, and a level of shelter. Your car is your shelter. You can go weeks, if not months, just on water. Oh, is that right? That's right. Wait, that's right? That's right. You need, I don't know, what the hell is that? Bottom line is, you need water more than you need food. You can go months without food. That's what I was trying to say. You can go months, well, definitely weeks, probably a couple months without food, but you need hydration. You need water. Water is an essential part of your body. Most of your body is made up in water, and you got to get sunlight. You're like a plant. You got to grow. You're like money growing on trees, but how do the trees grow? Got to have sunlight. Good job. J3M51. As long as I'm alive, all caps now, I am so happy and grateful. Well, good comment. I believe a grateful person is a positive person. I have never met an unthankful person that I want to be around. You never want to be around the unthankful. Never. What's a red flag? The unthankful? What's a red flag? The unthankful. If you're ever dating someone, like remember the Bronx Tale? Like when Sonny gave like the young guy, DeCugio, whatever his name was, the test. He goes, "What's the test?" He goes, "The test is you leave, you open the car door for the woman, you let her in, then you walk around. If she doesn't unlock your door, then she's a selfish bitch and you should never spend another day with her." Okay. Nowadays, you don't have the locked door, like as far as like manual, most cars, some people driving hoopties. Now again, this can apply to a man or a woman, doesn't matter. Either way. So, it could be a girl. And if the other person doesn't show a level of effort to hold the door open for you, to show you they're thankful, to show you you're appreciative, doesn't matter, man, woman, whatever. Get the hell away from them. That's what Sonny was saying in one sense of speaking. An unthankful person doesn't look out to say, "Oh, what does this person need?" Or, I'm sorry, an unthankful person doesn't look out for like, what does this person need? An unthankful person is solely centered on themselves. Solely. And they're never appreciative. Never. No matter how much you do. You never want to be around that type of person. Never. Mm-hmm. Woohoo. Hobo Alley made a video on getting dumped in a van life. Laughing. It's so clickbait. She's a joke. Yeah, I saw the video she made about being stabbed and everything else, and it was like somebody stabbed her thing. Look, in the beginning, she helped me. I want to acknowledge that. But then I think she's a little bit of a fraud. Do I know her heart and should I judge her? No, I don't. So I can't judge her. She could be a sincere person that's really positive. And again, her first couple of videos helped me when I was on my journey. But could she be just propaganda for her own revenue growth? That's possible. But people could say the same thing about me. I mean, everyone has to look and then decide who they vibe with and who they don't. So bottom line is, I don't really vibe with her. I watch her videos from time to time, not gonna lie. But same thing like with Bob Wells and all those people. They help me. Even Rusty, who I originally started watching, like I don't watch him, and I don't watch him anymore that much. I still watch, but you outgrow people. And there's going to be people, and there's already people that outgrow me. You outgrow everyone in life. You will, like Drake said, and like Drake's going through now with Kanye, your idols become your rivals. That's how life is a little bit. Is it right? I mean, look, you can kiss your pastor's ass. You can kiss Hobo Alley's ass. But at the end of the day, it's like you got to do you. And, you got to be you. You got to go out there and make your own mark. And you're not always going to vibe with the same people anymore. You're going to be with people for a season and then maybe not for an entire season. Hard to explain that, but that's the reality I've faced. J351. Society is moral obligation to the slavery of social dictation. I don't know, man. I don't know like where you're going with that. And I don't fully understand that, so I don't want to co-sign it. I don't understand that. Cheesy. He claimed to know where we are and watching us. Well, all right, like I say, it's a 50-50 shot, brother. A sick obsessive. He is subscribed to your channel and is watching you now. Well, like I say, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So it wouldn't be the first time in life that I've ever dealt with somebody like that. I'm not tough. He's not tough, but we're both human. So the bottom line is I am not doing anything to hurt anyone. I am not preaching a message to hurt anyone. So if someone sees a message and someone's watching me and I'm clearly always saying, do whatever you want as long as what you're doing is not hurting anyone. If someone sees that message and still wants to hurt me or someone else, then there's nothing I can do. I mean, what else can I do? I mean, I'm being as socially responsible as possible. So the bottom line is if I ever dealt with somebody like that, I would call authorities. That's number one, because I'm not trying to be John Wayne. And God forbid, if I had to, I would self-defense. So it is what it is. I'm going to live my life. I'm going to go forward, Tony. I heard that Gilbert was trying to go to band practice, but it's raining way too hard. Jay, I do not. 80% control, 80% cotton, 20% linen. Okay. J3M51. Florida rat race. Floride rat race. Rat poison? I don't know what you mean. Penal power. Farms. Hail. What that mean? Okay. All right. I hear you. Yeah, but overall, I'm thankful. I would say that. Okay, Tony, cheesy. Don't worry if he tries something I'll call my mass friends. Nah, I mean, look, believe me, I've dealt with real stuff in life, and I do not believe in violence. I don't preach violence. I preach call the authorities, and that's what I would do. And if I had to, if I was backed into a corner, I would self-defense, but I don't believe in violence at all. Apathy. Never seeing a pension. Yep, I hear that. MTOF. Hobo Alley clickbait again. Her gas tank was punctured, I saw that, by a vagrant, and she made it sound like it was her and got hurt. Yeah, I saw that. I don't know. Everyone's got to make their own decision on that. Jacob, how can we pay back $21 trillion? We can't. When the only place to get money is from the place from the place who we own money to. How the F are we supposed to fix that? Seriously. No, we don't fix it. That's just part of the system, and that's okay. But don't be disingenuous as a society leader and say you work hard to get ahead. Look, you print money. We bailed out corporations when they got too greedy. We do a lot of things in life that have nothing to do with working hard. It's everything to do about keeping the system going forward. So some of that's needed. But I just want to at least make a video to document my thoughts that money doesn't necessarily come from hard work. You can get money from hard work sometimes. Yes, I've gotten it. But what I'm trying to tell you is it is a bigger system. And it's a system of printing money based on making people do certain things to keep society functioning a certain way. And it should be a little bit, but it's a little bit of a game too. Apathy. I thought Hobo Alley was stabbed, but when it was gas tank, Hobo, yeah, I saw that. I thought the same thing. Apathy. Jason, we can't. Cheesy. I'm armed. That punk will end up with extra splinter. Try to avoid violence, man. Call the authorities. Call the authorities first. And try to always avoid violence. That's only be the absolute last means of total self-defense. Because I've seen violence, and what I can tell you is it's not the answer. But, certainly not running you don't want to live a life that you live in fear. Leno, the older I get, the more concerned I am with healthcare. Well, that may be another topic too. I was talking to my mom today. Somebody she knew died. They had a stroke and they were in the hospital for 3 years. Basically, the hospital, it sounded like to me, I'm looking from the outside in, just basically sucked the money dry from this guy who was in the hospital. He was basically like a vegetable. I hate to say that. And he suffered, in my opinion, drained his financial resources, and then basically had no quality life for 3 years, but was kept alive. But you can't live in fear of death either. That's not the answer. And he goes, the older he gets, the more he's concerned with healthcare. He's borderline hypertension, okay, and my blood pressure stays pretty high. Well, I hear you. As best you can, self-care. Watch the sodium. Sodium will make your blood pressure go higher. How much sodium should you have per day? No more than 2,300 milligrams. Watch your stress. Stress is a huge thing. Try to go walking every day and try to stay away from the fatty foods because all those things cause hypertension. Free to be me. Kick the truth, Sam. Well, thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Thank you, free to be me. Gilbert, practice at home at Tony. AJ, what's up, brother? The more stuff I throw away, the richer I feel. That's true. Thank you, AJ. Good to see you, brother. Love and respect. You do get empowerment living on less. And what makes me happy? One thing that makes me happy is less to stress about. Like Glenn O was just talking about having hypertension. When your mind is creative and it's always on, the less stuff that you have to worry about, that you have to think about, the healthier your mind is, the less stress you have. And I think that's helpful to make the quality of life better. Jacob, first like by me. Well, Jacob, laughing and thumbs up. Thank you, brother. My opinion, hey, the UK's in the house, man. Good to see you. Thank you for coming back. Evening, Sam. Good evening to you. Always give very insightful, thoughtful comments, and I appreciate you. Tony, oh, I do, Gilbert, but it's kind of hard to swing by yourself. I hear that. Zakia, thanks, Sam. You appreciate it too. Be with people who the energy is reciprocal. I think I'm saying that right. Gilbert said it last night, but I agree with that. The energy, the respect, the admiration, the appreciation is pretty much equal in its own unique way. That's the type of people you want to be around. My opinion, grace of God and hard work. Amen to that, Sam. That's true. I agree with that. Gilbert, at Tony. Do it all the time. My best audience is myself. I'm not mad at that. But I may be crazy, though, laughing out loud. Well, look, everyone is a little bit wild. Don't call yourself crazy. The bottom line is, look, I know people that are doing what would appear to be very successful in life, but at the end of the day, they're holding on by a string, and they mock other people. bottom line is you just keep doing what you need to do for you as long as you're not hurting anyone. That's all that matters. Italian Stallion from New Jersey. Hey, what's up, buddy? You make a lot of sense, and I agree with you 95% of the time of what you say. It's getting closer. My last day here at work, and I'll be January 4th, leaving the 5th, heading down to the promised land of Tampa Bay for you. And I'm very happy for you, Italian Stallion. Keep taking those steps. You're going to be scared. When you leave your home state, even if you're excited, you're going to be scared. And after 3 months, you're going to want to come back to your home state. You're going to miss your surroundings. You're going to miss your habits. Humans are creatures of habit. To change states, to change locations, to change jobs, to change relationships requires huge adaptation. Adaptation is what's needed in life. Very hard though. And also letting go constantly. How do you go forward in life? The only way to go forward is letting go, and it's very hard to let go. Very hard. But every day, that's a daily discipline, Tony. No, Gilbert. It's not practice makes perfect. Just remember that. Reserved with the good questions. Hey, Reserved, good to see you. Do you think more about the past or more about the future? That's a great question. You ask great questions. You should be a professional interviewer. Very impressed, Reserve. You and Larry King, to me, are one of my favorite interviewers. Do I think more about the past or the future? That's a close tie. I was thinking today, Sam, just be in the present moment, because that's what I was struggling on. I certainly did, and that's where joy is, the present moment, as best you can. I certainly did think about the past today. I certainly did think about the future today. What did I think about more today, and what do I think about more often, the past or the future? I think the past. I think if I had to give a decision, I certainly think about the future a good amount of time, but I would want to lean a little bit towards the past, especially as I get older. I think as you get older, I'm at the crossroads right now. I'm 38 years old, going on to 39. So I am exactly at the peak of life expectancy as far as like on the sine wave. Life expectancy for the human is 78 years old. You're born at 0. The middle is 38. So I'm right at the peak. I'm getting ready to go downhill. As you get older, more of your life is behind you. So I think you will think more about the past because you have less hope and expectation for the future. And I just spilled my ice water, but that would be my answer. Zakia, you can go maybe 3 days without water. Yeah, that's not long enough. If you're strong, you can go months without food. Well, I agree with that. Almost been there. And it's not the best health, but it can be done. I totally agree with that. Look, the bottom line is, once you get to a sustainable weight, you want to eat every 3 hours or so. You want to keep your digestive system. You want to keep your metabolism primed and working. Anything you don't use, you lose, including your metabolism. And it's a shock to your system not to eat all day and then to eat one big meal. It's a shock. Your digestive system has to work overtime. It's like it being 100 degrees outside, and then you get home at night and you put your air conditioning on at 60, and it's like 100 degrees in your house. Your compressor has to work overtime just to get back down to normal temperature. But when you're in weight loss mode, you got to get a little extreme. That's what I did. And you got to eat less. You got to eat a lot less than your normal thing. But the first step to getting healthy and to getting in shape is stop eating out. That's it. Stop eating out. If you start there, the rest will be shown to you. Good job. Zizas. Always hold the door open when someone's right behind you. I try to. Sometimes once in a while, I forget, but you're right. And my mom taught me that, and I agree with that. Richard. We can't just print more money. Yes, we can. We're 21 trillion in debt. Let's keep going. We're never going to pay 21 trillion back. Just keep printing. We have to, or else the system collapses. And believe me, the rich people, they don't want the system to collapse. As much as they complain about, they don't want it. And that's fine. I don't want it to collapse either. I just want equality. I don't want the system to collapse. I just want it to be known that we print money. And who controls when we print money? Not even the government, the Federal Reserve, which is a private corporation, basically. So being that that's fact, I want universal basic income, and I want universal health care, and I don't want to hear a lot of bitching about it. Like, where's it going to come from? We print money. It grows on trees. That's it. That's the whole point. Good job. Jesus. Have you seen the Van Life Roast? Nope. By the Dave guy? Nope. Haven't. Richard, inflation would wipe out our entire economy. I don't think so. It hasn't so far. We're 21 trillion in debt. It hasn't so far. So if 21 trillion didn't wipe it out, we're supposedly doing better than ever. Stock market's all-time high. Everyone's happy. America's great again. Haven't you seen the latest news reports? We're doing great. Keep printing. Zakia. Yeah. I stabbed in the title made me think she was hurt. Yeah, I saw the Hobo Alley's thing. That was a clickbait, yep. But I still like Hobo Alley. I'm not mad at you. I've learned some things from her in the beginning. Just like encouragement. Sometimes I wonder if she actually lives in her van full time. I've always wondered that. I don't know. Well, she look even like Kate. Hello, my name is Katie Kirk. She's living in her mom's house right now, going Christmas shopping with her t-shirts on. Most people that are YouTube, very few living in their car full time, and making daily videos. Very few. But they're good at what they do. Like, Katie's not living in her car right now. Hobo Alley, I don't think she lives in her car much, but I could be wrong. Look, I don't know. I don't know what's in people's heart. And those people got way bigger channels than me, so who am I to judge? All of YouTube is a little bit of a game, just like regular society, so I'm not going to pander to you and say like it's not a game, and I'm not above that, but overall, my videos are a reflection of my life. Overall, it's not like orchestrated, but overall, they have bigger channels than me, so I have to be fair in my evaluation of myself. Tony, I hate Drake. He needs to go back to ghostwriting for the TV show he's on. I like some of his songs and some of his albums. Jesus. Thoughts on suspended license van life? I don't know enough about that. Who has a suspended life? I don't watch van life. I don't know him. Isaac, what's up, man? What's up, bro? Love your videos and talks. Isaac. Cheers to you, brother. Love and respect. I like the name Isaac, man. Good name. Praise the Lord. Tony. Hey, Tony. What's up, man? Long time no see. Love and respect to you, Tony. I appreciate good people, man. Love's reciprocal, if I said that right, but it's evenly yoked. Love to you, brother. Good job. Italian Stallion, back in New Jersey. What's up, Sam? Love your videos. Thank you. You're so right. It's a game, including the banking system. Oh, total game. That's why I stack precious metals. But that's even more of a game, brother. If you don't hold it back, you don't own it. Well, that's true, but I'm not mad at you. I know that's your game, so who am I to judge? I'm no one to judge. It's all a game. I love you, brother, and do whatever makes you happy as long as you're not hurting anyone. Jacob, hey, Sam. I got to go. I love you, brother. And continue to study for my GED. Good job. I look forward to the next live session stream. Love and respect. Jacob, love and respect. Get your certification because you need certifications. I got certifications, and I want you to do well in life, and I want you to live on your own terms. I love you, Jacob. We'll pray for you. Keep doing you, brother. Chad, appreciate you, Sam. Chad, it's right back, brother. Thank you, Tony. I bought my van, and I'll be on the road next summer. Thanks for the motivation, Tony. I want you to live your dream, brother, as best you can. Make your life happy. Good job. Gleno, Sam, you have 8 videos posted from last night's topic. What does that mean? I have 8 videos? Multiple videos of the same thing? Really? I didn't do that. YouTube must have a glitch because I only see one on my channel of last night. But thank you for telling me. Shelly. Hey, Shelly. Hey, Sam. Just sending love and respect. Beautiful heart emoji. Always so glad to catch you live. And then like the hand wave emoji. Always good to see you, Shelly. Love and respect. Richard, we can't, Sam. There's something called inflation. 21 trillion in debt. There ain't inflation. What there is the middle class shrinking. Let's keep printing money, but let's make sure that there's equality. So give some of that printed money that we grow on trees, that we bailed out the banks with, that is basically just floating around the economy based on the Federal Reserve, give it to some of the people. Because look, if we go back to the barter system, we're back on horse and carriage, and we're living off the land. We don't want to go back to the barter system. We want printed money, but we want some of the printed money to be balanced. We don't want 1% of society to own 40% of the printed trees, because that's what's happening right now. 1% of society owns 40% of the wealth. So 40% of the money that we print on trees is owned by 1%. So we don't want to go back to the barter system where we're like house on the prairie. We don't want that. Printed money allows our economy to grow. Our economy grows on debt. Donald Trump said he's the king of debt. He knows how to play the game. It's a game. So what we want is some of that debt that we're never going to pay back anyway. We want some of that to go to the people. That's all. Bottom line. Good job. Tony. Hey, Sam. My girl is trying to get weight loss surgery. Any insight tips on help her? No, all I can say is love and respect. Everyone has their own journey. My journey was I lost 200 pounds, all natural. But that's my journey. Everyone has a different journey. My number one step to her would be stop eating out. But I understand my mom struggled with obesity. My aunt died from obesity. Not everyone can do self-care. Some people can't help themselves. I remember an episode of The Kardashian when they said that about Rob Kardashian. Some people can't help themselves. Kanye West got plastic surgery. He got liposuction, and he almost killed himself popping prescription pills because the pain was so bad afterwards. So all I can tell you is Everyone's different, but all I can share is my testimony. My testimony is I lost 200 pounds over the course of 3 years. I've held it off for 4 years. I did it all natural, no weight loss, no surgery, no nutritional thing. I just researched. I stopped eating out. I started eating whole grains, and I stopped eating meat and dairy on average. If you do those three things, stop eating out, switch to whole grains, meaning white rice, stop the white rice, go brown rice, stop regular bread, go whole grain bread, dark bread. Stop eating meat and dairy. Meat and dairy are huge saturated fats. Now, I know you can still eat some, but I just say get rid of it. Plant-based diet, plant-based diet. That's my testimony. Are there people in better shape than me? Yeah. Are there people that are healthy, happy? Yeah. So I'm not saying I have all the answers, but what I am saying is facts that I lost 200 pounds. I've maintained it all for 4 years. I lost it over the course of 3. It's been 8 years since I started. I did all natural. That's my testimony. And what I can tell you is it didn't involve surgery. But I'm not saying that my way is the only way, because everyone's different. My mom could never do what I did. Everyone's different. Everyone's different. And my mom couldn't get knee surgery because she's too overweight. She would spend the rest of her life, doing rehab. So everyone's different. So I'm sharing passionately what I've been through, but I'm also sharing with empathy and compassion that my testimony cannot apply to every single person. We're all unique. We all have our own fingerprint. So all I can say is I pray for her. That's what's happened with my life, and I pray the best. I really do. Random videos. Gold and silver is better than cash. Not really, because if you go to sell it at the pawn shop, if you really need cash, because you can't buy basically anything in the free market of capitalism with gold, you have to trade it in first. And when you trade it in, you're going to get wholesale value. If you ever pawn jewelry, you realize you get pennies on the dollar. And gold is controlled on the open markets. The gold and silver index are bought and sold every day on the publicly traded markets, and they fluctuate with that. They're not some type of back currency. All they are is another tool in the cog of system of buying trade. And again, if you're going to hold physical gold and silver, if the shit really hits the fan, you can't pay your car note, you can't pay insurance, you can't pay for Starbucks, you can't pay for gas with gold or silver. You're going to have to trade it in. And when you go to trade it in, you're going to get wholesale value, just like when you traded in your necklace that you needed to pawn. And what's going to happen is you're going to get fucked because some guy at 1 o'clock in the morning on an infomercial sold you gold and silver. The reality is holding gold and silver, in my opinion, is not wise. But I've lost money in other ways, so I can't index and hold it. That's up to you. But the bottom line is I can't judge. Why can't I judge? Because I've lost money in other ways. So I'm certainly not going to sit here embarking, even though that's what I'm doing. You should do whatever you want. If you want to buy gold or silver, you're not hurting anyone. I'm just sharing my opinion, but everyone should do whatever they want. Good job. Cheesy. I don't particularly like violence either, Sam. I hate violence. But when some 44-year-old psychopath makes threats, I'm not going to play games with him. It will be over before it begins. Cheesy, don't play games. No, I agree, but I always say the first step is call the authorities. Call the authorities. Document. And then, like I said, obviously, if you're cornered and you got no other option to self-defend, defend yourself. But don't get in jail trying to go head-to-head with some... there's a psychopath or just a guy that thinks it's tough. Doesn't matter. The bottom line is we're all human. You understand what I'm saying? So what I can say is call the authorities first. And, just always, like always, if someone attacks you, it's a 50-50 shot either way. Richard, universal basic income, ? So allow people to leech off our welfare system. Right now we have corporate welfare. Donald Trump filed bankruptcy 6 times. The taxpayer bailed out every big corporation. Everyone in 2000, the capitalist system would have collapsed if it wasn't for corporate welfare. We just got corporate tax reform. That's more welfare for corporations. So I didn't see you up in arms or complaining about that. So the bottom line is corporations are leeches to society. 80% of society lives paycheck to paycheck. 20% make over 100 grand and maybe they don't live paycheck to paycheck. And then 1% control most of it. So how much do you make per year? How much debt do you have? And have you ever gotten inheritance? That's what I want to know, Richard. Have you ever gotten inheritance? Have you ever got help from your parents? Have you ever been forgiven debt? How much money do you make? What do you do for a living? And are you a leech? That's what I would like to know. That's what I would like to know because I've worked all my life. And I haven't leached off the system. Okay? And I've had some help along the way. Okay? So I'd like to know your testimony. Okay? Good job. Tom, hope you're having a good weekend. It's pretty good. Zakia, If you drive without insurance or suspended license, your entire home can be impounded by the police. I don't recommend you drive without a license or insurance. Get your license together before you do van life. Well, I totally agree with that. Totally agree. There's a lot of licensed uninsured drivers in Florida. That's why I pay higher insurance than most people in the entire country. Angelina, hey Sam, always happy to catch you live. Good to have you. Did you buy any Bitcoin? No, I don't buy Bitcoin. I did day trading before. I've lost money doing that. But I never bought any Bitcoin. I used to just buy market movers on the S&P 500. Richard, you need to realize that the world doesn't owe you. Well, the world doesn't owe you, brother. Okay, I worked all my life. The world don't owe me. World probably owe. What do you do for a living? Let's see if Richard ever says what he does for a living and if his parents ever helped him. I would love to hear that answer. And then I'll block him if you don't. Why? Because I'm not, look, if you don't get it, there's a million other videos. There's a million other live streams going on right now. I only got 40 people in here. You can go watch some guy probably with 1,000 people in there. That'll preach whatever message you want to hear. Just my life, brother. Or sister or robot or whatever you are that don't want to share your life testimony. Okay? Because the problem is you're probably a privileged person that were privileged your whole life. Okay? That you got a lot of breaks. And that your parents bailed you out when you got a drunk driving ticket. Parents probably came to bail you out of prison or jail. Okay? Probably a very privileged person. And if you're not, then you don't understand what it was to... And if you're not, you're just an arrogant prick. In my opinion. Okay? But what should you do? Whatever you want. This is my opinion. Good job. T. Marie. Hey, Sam. Yes, you are saying reciprocal correctly. Thank you. Random. You are... let me just help that out too. There we go. Random. You ever think about living on a houseboat? Nah, I don't want to live on the water. I feel it's more risky. I feel if you live on the water, like I wouldn't sleep at night. I would think like the boat may sink. And I didn't even like sleeping on water beds. I remember I dated a girl one time that had a water bed. It wasn't magical. I didn't like it. Leno, random videos that would require bills and a tie down. Okay, I don't know what that means. Free to be me. All power to the people. Yep, most of the people right now, they don't have any power. And people are giving them wrong information that the system works a different way than what it works. It's not true. Yura, hope I said her name right. My girlfriend and I have just made the transition of living in a car. Okay. We sleep in our hatchback Subaru. We love it so far, and the only thing we have figured out is how to have sex in a car. Very easy. Just listen to LL Cool J, Backseat of My Jeep, Let's Swing episode. I mean, come on, Euro. That ain't rocket science, man. The peg goes in the hole, brother. I mean, if you can't figure that out, you got bigger problems, man. Love, respect, good luck on your journey. Random. Live like a pirate. I ain't mad at that. Euro, please help. How do you do this? And I still want him to have universal health care too. And universal basic. See, this is the type of guy that definitely needs universal basic income. But I'm fighting for him. That's all right. You're God. Okay? I know how to click a button, all right? I actually studied some things in technical field. Glenn O, laughing out loud, random videos. Yeah, gone. Tony, Euro, the seats go back. Yeah, Euro's all right. Euro, don't worry. We're getting basic universal income very soon for you. Brendan, have you noticed the health benefits for plant-based diet, base loss? Thanks so much. I have. All I can tell you is I've maintained weight loss for... Right now, I'm technically like 20 pounds overweight from my height, 6 foot tall, approximately. But I like to be a little bit overweight because I lost 200 pounds. Or I got down to 200 pounds. I was 350. I got down to 150. Right now, I'm about 210. 210 and 220. I float between. But I eat all plant-based diet. I feel healthy. I feel great. I go by how I feel. And I think overall, I'm in good shape. And I'm very thankful for that. And it's made a difference in my life. Love and respect. Gilbert, I am growing a few trees in the back. Should have enough money for everybody. Just wait. UBI and trust fund to pay bills in increments. Managing your life so you can live it. Amen, brother. Well, all I could say is live one day at a time and keep good people around you. Because whether universal basic income comes or not, the bottom line is all you have in life is treating people right and doing the best you can each day. You're going to have highs and lows of life. I pray that we progressively get better as society. But at the end of the day, I still go to work every day. Okay. At the end of the day, even though I preach UBI, I still go to work every day. I still try to do the best I can. Glenn, oh, Euro just got the truck stop and take a shout. Yeah, Euro's on the line waiting for a basic income. Angelina, many large corporations also refuse to pay their employees a livable wage. Yeah, let's talk about that. Let's talk about some of the biggest corporations in the world. And if you think now, I mean, we're way past even the point where $15 an hour is a livable wage. You need $25 an hour. That's the truth. Corporations making billions. Corporations making billions. We are trillions in debt. So what should we do? Print more money and give some to the people. Angelina, many large corporations also refuse to pay their employees a livable wage. Totally agree with that. I just heard people arguing in Starbucks on who's going to work the holidays because they need double time. And she goes, I'm going to let her work the extra hours because she needs it. She's really struggling. Total disgrace. And I love Starbucks, but it's a disgrace. And Starbucks is a good company overall compared to some of the other ones. So in one sense, subsidizing those wages, thus corporate welfare. Oh, it's definitely corporate welfare. Most people that work at Walmart are still on government assistance. Is that fair? No, because Walmart makes billions on the publicly traded markets. It's a total disgrace. Totally agree. Tony, damn Sam, get them. Yeah, gone. And it's love and respect. But some people don't like love and respect. They like conflict. I don't like that. That's why I get them out of my life. Tony, Sam, I like waterbeds, motions, and the ocean. You dig it? I'm not mad at you. Some people like the ocean. I like steady, flat land. Random videos. Do you drink, smoke, cigarettes, herbal stuff? When I was younger, I did. Not anymore. I don't do any of that. When I was younger, I smoked cigarettes. I drank alcohol, not a lot. And I smoked some weed, but not a lot. And what I can tell you is, that was one thing that I just prayed. I said, God, I don't want to smoke cigarettes anymore. And I threw them in the garbage and I'll pick them up an hour later. And I went back and forth. I just didn't want to do it, but it took the grace of God and hard work. And I don't smoke cigarettes anymore. I don't drink alcohol and I don't do weed. I did when I was young, like 25 and below. And I had some slip ups, but I mean, I was never I was definitely addicted to cigarettes. I'll tell you that. I was never what they would call alcoholic, and I was never strung out. I was never like a pothead, but I was definitely addicted to cigarettes. And what I could tell you is I thank God I was able to get rid of that because that's the number one cause of preventable deaths. What's the top 3 causes of preventable deaths? Number 1 is tobacco-related illnesses. Number 2 is alcohol. Number 3 is obesity-related diseases. So if you can stop drinking, stop smoking, stop eating unhealthy food, you're going to live longer on average. But the bottom line is how long do you want to live? Because you may not want to live that long. That's true too. Bob, hey, Bob, what's up, brother? Sending virtual hugs from Massachusetts. Bob, love and respect, hugs right back to you. Cheesy. An ass ton of trolls in the live chat tonight, Sam, getting blocked by, I've been doing this for over a year, and they've come in here in the beginning, they come here, and I go forward in life. And so, look, I again, how do I have a peace at night? That if you watch my 1,000+ videos, the message is very simple. Be yourself. As long as what you're doing is not hurting anyone, do you. If someone really doesn't like that message, then there's and they're coming here trolling, they're just nasty. There's no excuse for that. And the bottom line is, look, most of the trolls that come in are people that I blocked, and they're upset that I don't like them. I don't want to be their friends. So they feel rejected, and they feel like they got to make 5 different or 20 different profiles and make a point that, I want to be your friend. You didn't want to be my friend. I didn't want to be your friend because you were negative then and you're negative now. If you're spiteful, it proved I made the right decision. If you're spiteful, it proved I made the right decision. If you ever get a divorce and the person is spiteful, it proves you made the right decision. A spiteful person should never be in your inner circle. Never. That's facts, 100. Random. Sending some positive vibes. Thank you, Tony. Cheesy. I know it's crazy. Got to get him out of here. Yep, gone. Bob. Do you listen to Joyner Lucas? No, I've never heard of him. Woohoo. Number 4 related deaths are people who watch Holly videos. Ooh, love and respect, man. I hear you. It's good to laugh. Leno. I remember having a waterbed in the 80s. One time I had good sex on it and popped a hole in it. You put in work. I was glad not to be electrocuted by the heater that was plugged in the wall. Gleno, man, love to you, brother. I'm glad you had a good time, man. Your youth is wild, man. Gilbert, trolls mean what we are doing is good. That's possible. Yeah, Jesus had a troll called Jesus. I agree with that because it puts out aura that kills with positivity. Yeah, I mean, look, I understand I'm not for everyone and everyone's not for me. But again, I'm at peace with it as long as I'm preaching. I know I curse. I know I give a passionate opinion. It's opinion. You don't have to agree with it, but at some point you have to say, look, if this message isn't for you, why are you still here? Like, I know there was a couple times, even I was never trolling people, but there was a couple times I was in chat rooms or I was commenting on people's things. And I remember people saying to me, look, if you don't really like this stuff, why are you here? And I would say the same thing. And one time somebody said that to me. I said, you know what? They're right. Like, if I really don't like this person, if I really don't like this message, why am I here? And people, if you're caught in the wrong relationship, if you're caught in the wrong live feed, if you're caught, you got to ask yourself, why are you here? You can go anywhere you want. It's your decision. And you got to move on with your life. That's the bottom line. Hydration break. Brendan, what's your main source of protein? Plant-based diet. Beans is one. I have health bars is another. Protein also come from broccoli. Broccoli, beans, there's some protein in tofu. There's protein in some soy products. Health bars, all get your natural protein. So most people I know that ask me that are usually a little bit overweight from too much meat. So you can find it, but you have to read food labels. You have to do some research. But everyone's different. That's my testimony. I heard beans, nuts are good. Yep, nuts are good. Walnuts, different raw unsalted nuts, they'll work too. Good job. You're doing some research, Brandon. Good job. Brendan. Bob, how does Jesus make his tea? Are you telling me? Gilbert, like roaches when the lights are put on. Yeah, it's just sad. I mean, I don't spend much time on them anymore. I got to go forward. I'm very thankful. I'm very thankful for the positive people on this channel. I'm very thankful. I see right now 40 people in this chat room. I remember a year ago when I was going live, I may have had 4 to 10 people, and a few of them were trolls. So one is, I'm going to keep doing me, like that's factually been shown, whether I got 4 people in chat room or 40. So there's going to be a video coming up, God willing, every day I'm still have healthy and breath in my lungs. So a troll ain't going to stop that. I think I've proven that. But the second thing is, I am thankful and I acknowledge the 40 people that are either like me or willing to watch. And I don't take that for granted. Like last year, it may have only been a tenth of that. So I don't want to be like unthankful for the positive people that are part of this. I got to be thankful. And I am. Bob, Hebrews it. All right, Bob. I hear you. Cheesy, laughing, Gilbert, Bob, I got you. Gleno, did you say the other night that YouTube was deleting users? They don't use the channel. Yeah, I did get a message that, that there was high spam content on my channel. People created probably a bunch of fake profile pictures, fake profiles, and they were spamming me or whatever, so they're going to delete some. I said, okay, that's fine with me. Bob, how many places have you been to? Up and down the entire East Coast, from Vermont down to Miami, pretty much everything in between. Woohoo, Sam. Just picked up the reindeer antlers for my Ford Transit. I see people with those for $10 at 7-Eleven. I'm not mad at that. Your Jeep needs some too. Nah, I don't want that. But I do see people with them and it makes me smile. So I'm happy you're doing what makes you smile. Leno, laughing, Tony, Tough. Capitalism hit its peak in the 70s, 80s. That's true. That's when they were still middle class. These days, and I'm still blessed, America's not all bad. So I want to balance the message. I want to say there's still blessings out there. I'm blessed. There's opportunities. But what I'm trying to say is we're 21 trillion in debt. Middle class is shrinking and we print money. Okay, so we can do a little bit better with as far as financial equality. These days, companies want to slave. Yeah, the wages that a lot of big corporations pay is not right. And bosses taking all profits. Totally agree. And leaving workers in poverty. Yeah, and they just got more corporate tax breaks. Totally agree. Bob, would you be a ninja or a samurai? Well, I like The Last Samurai by Tom Cruise. I don't like Tom Cruise with Scientology, but I did like the movie Last Samurai. I do like Japanese women. I would want to be a good ninja or a good samurai, either one. I did dress up as the Karate Kid. I remember when I was very young. I may post that picture up on a post maybe. So I would want to be a positive one, whichever one it was. And I did like the Saturday morning karate movies, like where like they lip synced and you didn't really hear their mouth, and Wu-Tang sampled a lot of stuff. Queen, hello. How are you doing tonight? I'm doing pretty good, Queen. Sometimes I think about you in the course of my day, and I wonder if Queen's coloring. And she likes to color, and you put a smile on my face when you come in, and I appreciate you. Free to be me. Do you, Sam? Shake off the haters. Yeah. If you ever, that's part of life going forward. Look, and I'm thankful. And look, I recognize there's more good people than bad. It's true that you can have one bad experience with one person can totally change your life, and you hate all people. That's true. But I'm just going to be thankful for the good ones. That's all I can do. Bob, would you take Kung Fu? If so, what kind of Kung Fu? Nah, too much work, man. I don't even wear underwear. You think I want to do Kung Fu? I'm not trying to prove nothing to anyone. Hell no. I ain't doing it. Not at this point in my life. No way. Not going to happen, brother. Good job. All right, guys. I give it the best I got. If you liked the video, please give the effort to click the thumbs up, share it, and most importantly, Gilbert would say, to much love here, worry about trolls. Yep, don't worry about that. On a positive note, Sammy, you and this channel are the best. Well, thank you, Gilbert. I appreciate that, and I reciprocate that energy, and I want to give the same positive love and support back to you. I pray that you stay in relationships that have positive and equal love and support. I pray that you do not get controlled. The number one piece of advice I've ever received in life from my mom was never let someone control you. Never let someone control you. Never stay in a controlling relationship. Never stay in an unequal relationship. Peace and love.